Are we doing Saturday, by the way?
We're live.
It starts 12. What
Oh,
I'm told.
you're probably going to have to remind me of this, right?
Yeah.
But you know I'll be there. Maybe an hour early. I did it.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it again yesterday. You know, when I went to meet
Yeah.
Caleb, I was an hour early. I was like, for fuck's sake, Aaron, how do you do this every time you're going to meet somebody at the minute?
For effort's sake, Aaron.
Indeed. Already demonetized. Not even 2 seconds in. The eloquence of a child sailor.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hello. How art thou? Are you well on this fine Sunday evening?
Chris, one more time for me. Say something.
Hello. How are you? How you doing?
You always sound so thrilled, Chris.
Okay, we
I always sound thrilled.
Welcome to our first few viewers. Xenomorph Warriors, Xeno Plays, Xenosaurian. A lot of Xenos in here. Xander.
Anybody think
hey,
we're fans of things with Xeno in their name?
No Style Dutch, hello. Slayer Boy, hello. It's been a while since I've been there. I've been meaning to go back. It's a cool city.
Have you ever done the Comic Con? Is it as terrible as I expect it to be?
I've only done San Diego Comic Con, not New York Comic Con. And San Diego Comic Con was cool. It was just a lot. Okay. So today, well, let me throw us into the game here. We are going to be playing some Aliens Fireteam Elite. It's been a minute. And we still haven't finished our, our insane difficulty playthrough. So we're gonna try. See how it goes.
It won't make any difference.
Did we finish it last time?
No.
Whatever mission we were on.
I'm sure it's the hardest. This one that we're on now is the hardest mission of the game. So no. Because you got the aliens, then the androids, and then the aliens in that room with the androids. And usually we're in a mess after that room with the androids.
Oh, is it that mission? Okay.
Yeah. It's the one that took us ages on the extreme playthrough.
Just go me and fight you, boys.
I'm not loaded in yet. Just bear with. You know, I'm doing my chores. I'm doing my chores.
Sizzy Bubbles, welcome to the stream.
Welcome,
Sabian
Susie.
Wilson. Or Sabian, hope I'm saying that correctly. Either or. Welcome.
I'm not big on chatting up the customers, so long as your rep's good. I think we can come to an arrangement.
The problem is, you do that little do, but all I hear is
Yo, if I didn't keep the ship
Can't even
stores
think what
balanced,
that is.
anything
What are you
not on the
saying?
racks, I can pull out
Isn't
a
that
for.
a Nintendo? It's like is it Mario Party or something along them lines?
You got me. The new Mario Party's pretty fun, though.
It's fun.
Xenosaurian says, we've never seen an android predator before, have we? Just thought of it. Yeah, we have not. I don't think so, Aaron.
I can't think of anything unless there's some random one shot buried in the EU past. Hey, that's that shed there, that shed there.
It seems like something the predators wouldn't fall for. That seems like something they wouldn't do themselves.
Unless it was a lazy engineering predator who was sick of his predator friends trying to get him out on the hunt, so he builds a robot one that he can remote pilot. There you go. Sorted it for you, Adam. I'm not hearing any enthusiasm. I'm disappointed by this.
Sorry, I was checking one last thing. You sorted it? What'd you sort?
I told you it was built by a predator engineer who didn't want to go out on hunt.
A predator engineer?
Yeah.
We have predator
Not
engineers?
not an engineer, but like an engineer.
Oh, I
You
see.
know, a technically minded predator who got sick of his predator friends asking him to go on a hunt. So he
Oh, we've
built
seen
one
that
and
before
remote pilot.
in Rage War. That one scientist predator. That was kind of cool. I liked her.
Oh, I'm gonna sneeze, cat. I'm sorry.
Xander says, Adam, I had to take a small break from prop making due to health reasons. I'll get back on your miniature soonish. No rush, dude. I mean, I'm just happy and surprised you're doing that. So I'm not like, where's my spaceship already? He said he was making it. No, and I hope
what
you
he
feel
says
better.
On air, you should hear what he says off the air, Xander. Can't find my shortcut for Fireteam Elite. Where is it?
Just launch it from Steam. Okay, I assume in the Hive we are gonna need a technician.
Leia Boy says the Master Predator in Batman vs Predator 3 had a robot arm. Does that count?
No, that's cybernetic. It's different than an android. I mean, we've had a number of predators with cybernetic limbs. Door stock. Mike's Monsters. Hello, welcome. Yeah, we've been kind of on break for a little bit. I mean, we played.
Last week.
Yeah, we played some AVP2 co-op, but I was just struggling the whole time. By the way, sorry if I was grouchy, folks.
So me and it was me and Greg played some AVP2 co-op last week.
I got on for the very end of it once I got it working. Caleb, welcome. He says, this guy on stream sounds just like the guy I met yesterday. That's crazy.
Indeed. I met up with Kaelin for the first time in person, and we went to John Mulaney's exhibit of some of his artwork from Alien, the Weyland-Yutani Report, and Alien, the role-playing game.
And Halo.
And Halo, yeah. And Star Wars, but you know, I thought the Alien stuff was more appropriate. Right, I'm booting up now.
Good, finally.
I don't know how you fucking dare utter those words to me. Yes, his name is John Mulaney, like the comedian, but it's actually John R. Mulaney, Mikey.
What do you think, Chris? Our usual setup, or weren't we trying to do another one for this one?
I don't know. I honestly don't know what the best
Let's just do a warm-up.
one is for this level. It's just... Yeah, it might be an idea to do a warm-up on that map, though.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So, we will do Extreme. We'll do Extreme. And we'll do that mission for warm-up.
Just joining you now.
Which is the only way to be sure breach. So, we still are going to beat this game on Insane. We have beaten 3 of the campaigns. And we have one more to go.
We can do it.
Yeah.
I believe in us.
Again,
Who's playing what?
We're doing.
Gone.
Oh yeah, I'll do tech mission. Extreme.
Well, you're being Greg. Oh, you're being you're being recon. Okay. I guess I'll go Phalanx. Not Phalanx, Lancer. That's the one I'm looking for, isn't it?
And that'll match with our cover image.
This is the big one, Fireteam.
We don't want to waste a good card on this, do we? I've got battlefield salvage if...
Yeah,
Blue
yeah,
team
do
will
that.
advance ahead of you and rig the
In
refinery
case
for
we're missing anything.
self-destruct. You'll follow and keep their path to safety
Alright, no
open.
dying, people.
Xenomorph Warrior says, Gorman rules, just pistols and flames. Gorman was at the convention today. I didn't see him, I'd already met him in the past and got his signature, but he was there. No, that's a lie, I did meet him because of the big reunion photo thing that I did. which I need to get scanned in.
Dis Inferno says Alien Earth promotional campaign is weird. So I've looked into it, and apparently this is just how FX does things. They are very slow drip on the lead up to their series, but apparently
Lots of new stuff that isn't in the show that it's promoting.
yeah, apparently they have won awards for their marketing, and their shows typically do pretty well. So, I mean, I have to imagine we'll see something next week because we have the Vegas thing coming up, and it was 2 weeks
You would
before
hope to see something next week.
It was 2 weeks before the Texas thing, where they started, like, they sent us something, and they announced that event, so I can't imagine they would do it the week of. So it's got to be next week.
I thought it was shorter.
No,
I didn't think you had that much time.
It was 2
No,
weeks.
now I didn't. I thought from the way we were talking before.
It'll be 2 weeks from this weekend, so it'll be slightly less than 2 weeks come Monday. So I would think, and I would hope, it would be early next week. But we'll see.
You going regardless.
I'm going regardless. We've been meaning to do a little trip to Vegas, and it's honestly not that far for me. It's easier to get to than Texas for me. Jeez, we were rusty.
Yep.
I'm already nearly out of heavy ammo.
Did you go in on
I'm
the
out.
RPG thing, Chris?
The Kickstarter,
Yeah.
I did, but due to my situation, I had to substantially lower my pledge.
No worries.
So I don't have exactly what I wanted.
The only thing I knew I really wanted was that collector's edition rulebook, because I got the one for the first edition, and that
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
snazzy
did you?
queen cover looked too nice to pass up. I mean, everything
Well, I
else.
only got the box standard one for the OG game. Oh, ow.
Oh,
Oh, you've got the thingy one, didn't you?
I don't think anything special about that.
No, you did. The one that you went for, because you went for the Xeno bundle, right?
No, I meant for the first one.
Oh, for the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, there was only one cover for the first one.
no,
I
there
thought Adam was saying
there
that
was
there
a
was a
limited
fan-
edition rulebook that had this like embossed hardcover. Oh,
I don't remember that. I have no memory of that memory.
well, I got it on my shelf. I can show you.
Yeah, we send us a picture later.
Xenoplay
Oh,
says
Jesus.
Alien Earth on the Vegas Sphere coming up. Yeah, I posted about that. I was thinking, because when I went to the one in Texas, they put this huge banner
God.
on the side of a building. And I was just like, well, what are they going to do in Vegas? And I was like, oh, they have that Earth with the green crack in it. That would probably work on the Sphere. So I would think that would be a cool thing for them to do, but we will see.
Gareth says, I freaking love Melina's voice acting in these missions. Yeah, I very much enjoy pretty much all the characters in this. Remember, this is the only time Honoka is, you know, even remotely tolerable.
Where's the
He is
music?
much better in the game.
Do I have the music?
Well, interestingly, you've not got music, and I've not got gun sounds. So
I've
that's
got
fun.
music and gun sounds.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe the game's just bugging out.
Are we not cheesing this enough? Are we being a bit too
I think
boy
we're gonna be
cavalier?
yeah, I'm getting my ass handed to me.
His name is Boy. He's the boy prodigy of the Prodigy Corporation.
Mike says, "What happens if you go all the way to Vegas and they don't do the thing?"
I mean, they would not do the thing. They showed it on. They showed it when the last one ended. They even told me they would reach out when they had more details about the thing.
They haven't reached out.
Not yet. They better get on it.
Howie, I'm down.
Oh, let me help you out there. Okay, some music kicked in. Austin Winter, you woke up.
For me, Austin Wintry is very much in the background. My gun sounds weird.
I should probably start using some like turrets and stuff.
Yeah, that is the point of view. Adam's being even more boy cavalier. There's his name right. It is Cavalier.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
his like right hand man is named Atom Ein.
Did that change? Do we know if that changed?
We don't know if that changed. Oh shit, you guys are both down. That's not good. This war is going well.
7, deploy reserves through Lakasi airlock.
Oh boy. We better try a little harder on that one.
Fictagious says, what is funny about these games is that if that many xenomorphs were killed, the ship would melt away. Yeah. It always makes me chuckle too. Come on, let's try that again.
Alright.
Oh, Army of Cheese says, I just finished Infiltrator. It had some good characters and wild parts, but overall I'd recommend it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Infiltrator.
I liked it more than you and who else
I
reviewed
did.
it?
I think it was AJ.
Oh yeah, because that was a while ago, huh? Yeah, I think I liked it more than you guys did.
I'd also read Phalanx, and aside from... I've also read Phalanx, I assume. And aside from Cold Forge, it's my favourite EU so far. Phalanx and the Cold Forge are up there in my top 5. Like, proper 5 out of 5 stories.
Okay. Alright, let's try this again.
Take 2.
Maybe we will play a buff card this time.
This is the big one, Fireteam.
What difficulty are we on?
Extreme.
Okay.
Stop the spread
Is that the one just below in
team will
C?
advance ahead of you and rig the refinery for self-destruct. You'll follow and keep their path to safety open.
What do we got? What do we got here?
I've got extraordinary weapons,
Yeah.
deals 35%.
Yeah, do that.
Okay. Okay.
That's it, man.
I hope whatever the alien Earth thing is in Vegas, I hope it's not a carbon copy of the Texas one. I assume it'll be mostly the same. But
Yeah,
if it's
I don't think they'll change much between anything.
if it's a bit expanded and maybe if they have like a full-size alien photo op, that would be cool.
Only thing I really see him change. Did we talk about this off the air sometime the other day? But I was like, the only thing I see them changing is maybe the video in the door.
A fire team from
I mean,
3rd
there wasn't anything wrong with that video.
Their call sign is blue.
Yeah, but the guy said they rushed it, didn't they? That's the
pulled it
bit I
off.
can see them being conceivably able to change, just because of the nature of what it is. Not so much a comment on the quality, Adam. More just that that'll be easier for them to
Yeah.
change than build a bunch of new.
Maybe this time
pieces.
the space tick will get out. You know, space tick will be part of it because he was just in the crate the last time.
No style such that no style Dutch says, do you think we'll get a re-release of South China Sea? I think that if they were able to do it, Adam, why are you rushing ahead?
I was just putting my turret down up there.
I think if they'd been able to do it, they would have done it by now. I assume there's some real licensing difficulties that are getting them in the way of.
I mean, they've done the DH Press Alien books. What
Exactly.
licensing
So-
issues would get in the way?
There's got to be something, otherwise they would have done it. Whether it's licensing, whether it's some other legality.
Well, we know that there's efforts, by some folks to get the Predator license back at Titan, and I would think this would be a good year to do it. But we do know that license and their AVP license expired, whereas Aliens they still continue to have.
Indeed, and we've got two Alien books coming that we know of.
Yep, there's
think
Cults and
Cults,
what's the other one? Oh, the
Perfect Organ.
yeah, with the great cover.
Yeah. Which one? That one. Thank you, babe.
So tired.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're good, thank
Whoa.
you.
Lot of Sierras in here. Somebody's throwing
I
a
was
payload
pretty
to the
surprised
convention.
that we didn't get any game announcements on Alien Day.
Oh yeah. That was the thing I was actually disappointed about.
Yeah, I was really expecting the sequel to this to get announced. I think it'll probably be Summer Games Fest now in
Yeah,
June.
just
But,
in June.
yeah. But the games industry is just kind of having a real
Relaxing.
one right now. So,
What was it? EA fired another 300 people or something.
oh, I didn't even read about that. Jeez.
I sent you it the other day. It was the Titanfall thing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, I did. I did hear about that. I thought that was something else on top of that. Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever end up getting that Titanfall game. But listen, if we are gonna get a Titanfall game, I would rather it be a proper Titanfall 3 and not a Titanfall extraction shooter, because the reaction would be what the fuck for most people with that. I think it would still be where's Titanfall 3.
Understood, Molina. We'll clear them for you.
Xenomorph Warrior, aka Acid Splash, says they both sound interesting at least. I assume he's talking about the books, and yes, I think they do both sound quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we've read really good
yeah.
books with not that great covers before.
Which, to be fair, sums up most of Titan's output. Great books with not great covers. And we also exclusively shared for Alien Day.
Oh, sorry.
I was trying to get next year. For Alien Day, the entire first chapter of Alien Cult. So if you haven't, pop on avpgalaxy.net and you can download the PDF
Lots of Sierra. Stay
and give it a read.
push hard.
God damn. Good damn.
Chris, you ran off. Me and Chris hadn't moved yet.
Oh, you're right. Let me get back there. Apologies. Jeez. Jeez.
Remember, we've got to cheese it. We're playing on a harder difficulty.
That's true. God, I'm trying to remember. How do I do my consumables, guys?
E or Q.
That's what I thought.
Oh no, no consumables as in your turrets.
Yeah, I found it. Okay, there's a drone. It's C. Should have guessed that.
Nostalgia says, and not great titles. Yeah,
Wow.
the titles have been a little uninspired.
Jeez.
Oh, I'm here. I'm here. Zeno plays. Hunter says, any other particular publisher other than Titan you'd like to see take over the Predator franchise?
I mean, I feel like Titan actually has a pretty good track record. I know there was a rumor of Disney's publishing arm. What is it? Is it Penguin Random House?
Penguin? Yeah,
I know
think it's Penguin.
they were starting a more like adult book line, and I had heard something that Disney wanted them to take over, just like Marvel took over for Dark Horse.
Makes sense,
I
but
think
you know,
Titan's-
we're all for a bit of monopolizing, aren't we?
Yeah, I think Titan's done a really good job with it, and at this point, they've far exceeded both DH Press and Bantam in terms of output. So you could make the argument like, oh, it's time for a new one. See how they do it. But if Titan can do better covers already, I think overall they've been doing a pretty solid job.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to move in, to be honest. I'm quite happy. Xenomania says, if another publisher took any of the novels, do you think they would begin their own EU like Titan did?
I'm coming.
Well,
I'll get in covered.
I don't think the EU refresh was necessarily a Titan's decision so much as it was a Fox licensing decision. So it depends what Disney... they're not called Disney licensing, are they? Disney Consumer Products? Is that Ken's division?
You got me.
Well, what?
Isn't
well,
it,
whatever.
like, technically Parks that handles that, oddly enough, or something.
Can't remember. Disney's got too many friggin'.
Fireteam, spike a console for me.
Yeah.
Master, I want you to lock down all doors to forward and aft of our route. My network intrusion will be detected.
Oh, we're all a bit
Counterattack.
aching here.
Yep. Been a rough one.
Maybe we shouldn't have decided this was going to be an extreme.
We'll get there. We'll do it.
Why are you not fucking?
Oh, did I just steal that from you? Or no, you got
No,
it.
I can't. I can't refill my ammo.
Well, it's maxed, right?
I don't think I'm maxed. Okay. Alright. Gonna have to deal. Fuck it.
I'm gonna have to play a little conservatively here, because I think if I go down one more time, I'm dead.
Shouldn't we have been playing conservatively all along?
What?
Okay, hit it.
Jesus Christ is the master of mankind says, do you guys think we'll see Colonial Marines again in a movie?
I sure hope so, because it's... I mean, you think about it, it's one of the most significant fan elements of Aliens, and it's only prominently been in one film. So, I think, honestly, when an AVP eventually happens, it'll be kind of the perfect place to get him back in.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be done.
I think if we continue to go down the route that we are, that it will absolutely show up again. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Romulus 2 had him in.
Yeah, I mean, Romulus 1 had the name drop for him, so...
Yeah, true.
Oh, incinerator coming in.
Oh, ow. Didn't even see warning of the grenade then.
No, I'm getting weird stuff happening.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I still have, like, no gun sounds, but I have hit marker sounds?
Another flame unit.
Well, maybe after this mission we can restart your game and hopefully that'll fix it. Oh boy.
Fortunately, aliens don't carry guns.
That's true. Oh. Another incinerator, folks.
All after Incinerator.
We'll incinerate the
Oh,
incinerator.
wow, I just
Oh
got
shit, damn, how,
blown
yeah.
the heck up.
Maybe we shouldn't have started with,
No, we got this. We got this. Ah, shit. No, we don't. Wow. We are more rusty than I expected.
No! He was my brother! And then got tired and
That's the
slept.
door Blue Fireteam sealed. Cut through.
You were carrying us apparently, Adam.
I don't think so, man. I went down more than anybody. But I do think I need to change tactics here and get a weapon that's better for those synths.
Okay. No Stardust says the dog catcher outfit is cool. Yep, tell me about it. I fucking love the ape suits.
Grabbing ammo.
No, I expect you to do the rest of the mission by yourself, Aaron.
Easily done.
The next defense line's just ahead. Let's get Blue Fireteam that cover.
Show you how non-com does it.
Sentry guns to starboard, Brent Drive.
I thought I heard a prowler in there. Oh,
Oh, fucking hell. No.
One hit.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Eclipse Black, I need
that
search and
little runner
rescue
seemed
ASAP.
pleased with itself.
No Stardust says, with a week to digest it, how are you all feeling about the Badlands trailer? Dex design, I'm still getting shit off for my comment I made about how the look was growing on me. I still love the trailer. Still very curious to, yeah, Adam, you were fucking carrying us.
Was I?
No,
Oh, no, I was not. It's sarcasm.
You know it's bad when I'm at the fucking top.
Yeah, I need to switch up tactics here. How about you, Chris? I don't think I've heard your thoughts on the trailer yet. What do you think?
Which one?
Badlands.
Badlands. It
Uh-huh.
looks quite fun, I think. I mean, don't forget, I'm not a massive Predator fan, but yeah.
But it's got
I'm looking forward to
alien
seeing it.
stuff in it.
I think
Yeah,
it's
it has.
growing on me.
But when I saw the trailer, I didn't realise it's only after. Well, no, I saw the Whaley Yutani logo, but I just thought that might have been a nod. But apparently, there's a lot in there, isn't there? So it's interesting.
Okay.
See, unfortunately, I am one of these like starting to get old people. It's like, yeah, you're mixing my franchises.
I'm like, I'm entirely the opposite. I'm like, oh my god, it's been so long. I never thought I'd see you again, AVP. Welcome
Yeah,
home.
I can see that. I
It
can
has
see
been
that.
so long coming. So long coming.
But even Aaron knows I'm more of a purist. I like the Predator stuff. I like the Alien stuff. Not. And I think the only reason I don't like the AVP stuff all that much is because I don't think it's ever been done right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, as
Yeah.
far as the movies go, and that's the reason why I think people like us keep arguing for it, is because we've played really good AVP games and read amazing comics like Thicker Than
And
Blood
books.
and books. So it's like we know that the concept has real potential. And honestly, like I feel like the first AVP movie, I really enjoyed that interview with Anderson because I do feel he's right. I think the original AVP film is more appreciated than it is hated. Yeah, it was divisive at the time. Critics weren't crazy about it. Nobody.
I wouldn't say it was divisive. It was just middling.
Yeah, but
It was
I
a
don't know. I
mid-film.
watched it again for Alien Day actually, and the first AVP is solid in my opinion. You know, I mean, it's not what we would expect and hope for now, but I always liked it.
I know we have.
Should I try Gunner? Do we need a Gunner?
Another good.
I'm rejoining it. It was It's taking forever to friggin' exit that game there.
Yeah, it did me too.
Chevy, did you want to try restarting
God,
your
Lam.
game to see if that fixes the audio?
Well, I
Can't even-
have gun sounds in the hangar.
Oh, okay.
It seems to be that level when we go into the game.
Weird.
Mike Monster says AVP is a whelming movie. It does indeed whelm.
I don't know. What do you think, Aaron? Do we need a technician?
Oh, we try it with the gunner.
All
Just
right.
remember, we need to take it steady, no running
Yeah,
off.
okay.
Oh, yeah. Keep running off and dying.
It was cool how they added alpha tech. That was one of the things I really loved about this game was just any gun
The lore.
you could like read about the lore and the history of it and stuff.
Well, Alpha Tech was from the Colonial Marines comic, wasn't it? Which is a random one in itself. Who was the one that did the Kramer? Was it Kramer as the manufacturer?
I think so. All right, we'll try it. Try it again.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I know Kramer was Rogue, Caleb. I just can't remember if Kramer was the manufacturer or the weapon itself. Alpha Tech, I'm sure, was absolutely from Colonial Marines, the comic. Lancer, okay. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready, Chief. No Style Dutch says, I think AVP is a competent movie. Wish Anderson had returned for AVPR. It's competent. For sure. It's a film I flip-flop on. So I either put it on and I'm like, I'm enjoying this. This is fun. I don't mind it. I know it's not what I want to blah blah blah. But then there's other times where I put it on and I'm like, yeah, no. This wasn't it. This wasn't the one. So yeah, I absolutely flip-flop on AVP.
The Katanga Hive must be destroyed.
All right, I'm just gonna give us
Stop
more
the
health.
spread
Fuck it.
here. Blue team will advance ahead of you and rig the refinery for self-destruct. You'll follow and keep their path to safety.
Xenosaurian says, me and my friends were crazy about AVP and AVPR when they first came out. I actually watched AVP a lot when it came out. You know, because at that time it was the new one. It was the 7th film of them all. We'd watched the rest of them 1,000 times at that point. So I watched it plenty of times in my teen years. Requiem I did not. Requiem I didn't own until this last
I
decade.
saw Requiem 7 times in theaters.
3 for me. I've seen them all at least 3 times. But I also worked at the cinema when Requiem came out, so I saw a bunch of little bits of it. 7 times, though. Is that the most you've seen any of them?
I think so.
In the cinema.
I know with Romulus, I think I got up to 5 with Romulus, which is a lot for me today.
Yeah.
The only other film I can think of seeing that many times in recent memory was Avatar: Way of Water.
You went to see that? I didn't realize you saw that so much in the cinema.
Yeah, I mean, both my girlfriend and I really loved it, and we saw it in multiple formats. So we saw IMAX 3D, we saw ScreenX. I think that was. I guess maybe it was just those 2 formats, honestly, and then just regular as well. And maybe we didn't go 5 times for that. Maybe it was 4, but I know we saw that one a few times. I think I went with family to that one too.
I have so much fun with the Avatar films these days.
Yeah, I'm excited that the 3rd one's finally coming this year.
Is it is it December this year?
Yep.
Man, I'm looking forward to that. I did end up getting the comic that was based on his old script for the 2nd film. I can't remember if I told you. It was fine. It was okay. The artwork in the comics wasn't great. Dark Horse. Not at its finest.
I've actually been getting back into the Avatar video game, the one Ubisoft did, Frontiers of Pandora, and finishing the DLC that I never got around to, and it's pretty expansive. I've been quite enjoying it.
I brought it, but I only got about an hour into it.
You can sink a lot of hours into that game.
I struggle to jump into the big open worldy things.
I mean, with Ubisoft, who can blame you? But I do think it's one of their better ones once you get into it.
No Style Dutch says, I'm still flabbergasted by John Davis comparing the scripts to AVP to the original Jaws, but he will say anything. And he said Prey was the first time a Predator had been on Earth.
Wow.
Yeah, John Davis was not quite on it there.
He's just hyping up his movie, man. It's his job. Oh shit, Crawler.
What?
Of course he is. Producer's gonna produce. And we can blame him for a bunch of stuff to do with AVP.
Oh, we saw Avatar 3 times and I saw Romulus 5 times. You saw it more. Yeah, I think I went to Romulus with a couple friends too, so maybe that was 6 or 7. I can't remember. I think it was 6 for me. I think I only saw it one time with Sizzy.
Yeah, remember, we need to be cautious on this bit.
Okay.
Oh my god! He pulled me up like in the middle of the room.
Yeah,
I was shot, man.
That was unfortunate.
It was really unfortunate.
And No Stardust says, even though I still don't think AVP... Oh, above us.
What?
Yeah,
Oh
let's
god, he pulled back.
Back up.
You told him to fall back.
Do something!
You guys
Chevy!
join this party? Come on, door. Come on.
T-O or TD says, just read the first preview chapter of Cult and really feel the Blade Runner vibes. Oh, don't tell Adam that, because he does not like Blade Runner and his alien.
I never said I don't like Blade Runner vibes. I just think the specifics of the universes themselves don't fit. But as far as like Blade Runner-esque, as far as like Blade Runner-esque cities go, like we see that in the RPG. Well, the specifics are like in the Blade Runner universe, the galaxy's already pretty much colonized by 2019. Like that's not how it is in the Alien universe. Like Peter Wayland is giving a speech in Long Beach when that area should literally be like a trash dump in the Blade Runner universe.
So all this talk of when you're disliking your Blade Runner and Alien, you're going that specific.
I mean, I just think people mash them together when they're just entirely different. Like the only thing we have to go on for that is a special feature journal thing for Prometheus, and the guy who wrote it was like, "Yeah, that was just an Easter egg, and I wish I wouldn't have done it because fans have read too much into it."
How do we cheese this? How do we get them in it? I can't even remember.
Well, they're being a pain in the ass. They're not really coming, are they?
But I think in Alien Earth we're going to see, well, from what I've heard, the future has this one aesthetic. It's called solar something, right? I'm trying to remember it. I mean, it's going to be dystopian future city, but it's not going to be quite your Blade Runner monolithic kind of dark, rainy vibe. Even though I like that. I don't know, there's one like futuristic aesthetic that's like, is it like solar utopianism or something? I don't know, but
I've never heard of that.
solar
I've
punk,
no memory
maybe?
of this memory.
I'll have to look that up. But yeah, I mean, I'll be very interested to see how the future Earth City looks. And the, I don't know if we've told anybody this, but the Prodigy Corporation city will have that aesthetic, but I think there's a point in the series where we see like a Wayland Yutani controlled city, and that will have more of a traditional kind of Blade Runner-esque brutalist kind of vibe, you know.
You're actually able to shoot out. I've been standing here to keep the door open for you.
Yeah, there's some. Okay. My game is selecting weird. So I'm now getting things like popping. They're there, then they aren't there, then they're there again.
Crawling Chaos says, will Alien Earth be about how Wayland Yutani defeat the other 4 giant corporations, perhaps? You know, I don't know. From what we knew about the series, back at that point in its development, it was only Prodigy and Wayland. These other corporations are kind of a newer thing, as far as I know.
My network intrusion will be detected. Expect a counterattack.
Yeah, I don't really remember there being much mention of the other ones.
Kids here.
There was Amazon at one point. But I don't think maybe that was placeholder.
I don't remember that.
Grabbing ammo.
The Lone Fox, hello, welcome.
Sentry's ready to go.
Oh, we're doing I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I can't jinx it.
Gun ready. Sentry's ready to go.
Okay, you ready?
Rearm.
Yeah, let's do it.
No Stardust says it looks like Badlands is keeping the visual style of Yacht Prime. Sorry, Aaron. From AVPR.
I mean,
We haven't really seen that much of them in the
yeah,
trailer, though.
kind of. I mean, in AVPR we see a glimpse of
Pyramids.
Predator City. And from what we see in Badlands, yeah, I kind of got that same vibe. It looks like the sky kind of has an orange glow to it if you look. It didn't look quite as prominent as in AVPR, and we may not be seeing the same populated area we saw in AVPR. So I don't know. I think that was one of the cool parts of AVPR, honestly. I mean, like,
Well,
that
it
more
was.
people than me thought was cool.
Completely agree. I do absolutely hope, though, that these random names that are in the interview, one of them is the Predator name for the home planet, like Keswick or whatever the other one they mention is. Because there's 2.
You just do not like the word
Yautja
Yautja
Prime.
or Yautja
Just-
Prime?
Yautja Prime, I hate it. I absolutely hate
But
it.
you don't like the word Yautja either, or Yautja.
I don't, but I've accepted. I've come to accept it. Dinosaurian says, everybody I know loved seeing the Predator homeworld in AVPR. It was a pleasant surprise to see. Yeah,
shit.
I don't have a problem with that.
Shit, help!
Oh shit, yeah, nice. Ow, ow.
What the hell's this bum rush?
It's because Adam left his post.
Well, it's because they were rushing me. Ooh.
Hey, check this.
That's one of the incinerator units down. Have we got...
No, I got one of them.
Okay, so that's 2 down then.
So that's 2. Yeah.
Okay, so
That's the section done.
Break out a torch.
Lone
you
Fox
need to
says
heal up,
also
Chris.
Happy May the 4th to those who celebrate. Yes, indeed. Lands on a Sunday today, and I believe next year it'll be the first time Alien Day lands on a Sunday. As far as I know.
I don't like it on the weekend because you're less likely to get actual news on a weekend.
Yeah.
The next defense line's just ahead. Let's get Blue Fireteam that cover.
Okay, let's get them the cover. Oh, no, go away.
God, I hate this bit of RNG stuff. Where it's like, oh, just walk into a corner. Come out the vent next to you.
Go on.
It's only annoying on the harder difficulties, that. But...
Which we happen to be playing.
Yeah.
Remember when we were mildly good at these?
We got a lurker. That's right. You get back.
Get back in that hole.
There's more. Come on, you bastard. Spoke too soon.
I mean, that was quite amusing. It did.
Lone Fox says, big sad we got no full trailer for Alien Earth on Alien Day. It was perfect time. Yeah.
That was a
I mean,
cool, lengthy video that we got. I mean, 2. We got a new teaser that gave us our best look at the Xenomorph yet. And the lengthy video that was like the culmination of all the shorts they'd been releasing that week. We got a nice little fly-through of the spaceship that looked very, like, total recreation of the Nostromo, pretty much.
Of course.
And some nice practical effects that Studio Gillis did for that.
If I remember rightly, we want to run down this right-hand side. Once we put these sentries on.
What was that, Aaron?
Said specifically for that trailer though, which I think is a little bit disappointing.
Oh, that's right. We're going this way. Yeah, I'm coming.
This corridor's quite cool, actually, where it's lit.
Xenomorph Warrior says, I'm actually surprised how little there was for Alien Day this year. I think it was the most substantial under Disney. You know, honestly, 2019 was the last really big one for the 40th anniversary of Alien.
Was that the replaced watch stuff as well?
I can't remember if it was that year. I thought that was a year prior. But 2017, honestly 2016 through 2019 were all like big official Alien Days. But it seems like they're starting to pick it up a bit more. I mean, like you said, maybe the weekend was just part of it, Aaron. Maybe once Alien Day lands on a Monday again, it'll be more. But
I mean, yeah, I was a little disappointed that we didn't get something more substantial with Alien Earth or a game announcement or whatever, but it's like you said, you know, it's still very much the most active one that we've had under Disney. Lone Fox says they feel like last year was more exciting. I don't remember anything happening last year.
I mean, they announced Rogue Incursion, but
we got like what, one photo from Fede?
Yeah.
And nothing else from Romulus? Yeah, I don't remember last year being exciting at all. But then again, I wasn't out of the country that day. Yeah, We've got a load coming behind us.
Jesus!
Yeah, we've got a load coming behind us, guys. And stay down.
I mean, yeah, the anniversary for Alien Isolation was nice. That was a pleasant surprise, how much attention that was given.
You're at our outer defense perimeter.
I still listen to that.
Lo-fi?
Should we get back in the corridor? Yeah, I still
Yeah,
listen to that
yeah.
lo. Oh, we can't.
Is this way?
That
This way,
lo-fi
this way.
thing. Oh, you mean that corridor? Ah, fucking hell!
Ah! Ah! Out of the way!
That's quite funny. He's chilling next to it.
I kept getting stuck on stuff then. Yeah, I listen to that lo-fi thing quite a lot, Adam. You know, like when I'm transcribing that script.
Yeah.
I'm
As
just
do
sat
I.
there jamming away to it. I still think it sounds more like Trilogy than Isolation, though. But it's, you know, it's still Alien vibes. I haven't seen any of the warriors yet.
Oh, they'll be coming. There we go.
Oh, Adam, you popped that a bit early, mate.
I figured he'd be here. Shit.
Ah,
Yep.
fuck's sake.
God damn it.
Oh dear. A little bit of friendly fire there.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
there was.
Yes, there was.
Somebody walked in front.
I was pulling my weight that time.
Oh, you know what? I thought we were doing so well as well there.
Dear.
Hey, we got further.
Yeah, we didn't do bad.
Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah.
Hunter says, would you all like to see some existing characters from the Alien canon like Zula or Dallas, etc. in Alien Earth, even if they are younger?
No.
Dallas, nobody from... I would never want to see anybody from the films in there. But a cheeky mention of Zula... A cheeky mention I wouldn't mind, but I don't think I'd want to see.
Honestly, I think Alien Earth is really just gonna feel like its own
Well, it's gonna be
thing.
its own thing.
That's
Yeah,
not really
it's not gonna be
connected.
mentioned.
If anything, it'll be contradictory, I think, to a lot of the
Yeah.
expanded universe. I think fans better prepare themselves for something very weird and different, and yeah, just know his own thing.
I don't think it's different, like wildly out there, based on existing lore and bits and pieces.
I mean, the whole world government's, yeah. Let's see here. I feel like we were doing better with me as gunner, right?
Yeah. You just popped it too early on that last bit. That was
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll stick with what we got. You guys want to do that one again?
Yeah, can do.
Yeah, and do.
Are we ready to do insane, or should we keep going extreme? And once we do that,
Haven't even freaking finished it on extreme.
yeah,
I mean,
let's keep it on extreme. Extreme.
Gareth says so. Alien Earth is set 2 years before the events of Alien, if I'm not mistaken.
This is the big one, Fireteam.
Sounds
The
about
Tel
right,
Casino
I
hive
think.
must be destroyed. We stop the spread here. Blue team will advance ahead of you and rig the refinery for self-destruct. You'll follow and keep their path to safety open.
Wait, what card do we want?
Overstimulated. Cooldowns are halved.
Oh, is that what you're
Unless
putting
you
on?
want to do
Okay,
human
correct.
tanks.
No, cooldowns halved is good. We can spam it. No Stardust says, I think since Disney likes things to be cohesive, that we'll probably see a new EU reset.
Well, you have to remember, this was all prior to Disney. I mean, they greenlit it, but like Noah's pitches and the story were... It was all put in place. I mean, granted, things could have changed since what we know
Fox
about.
turned it off, though, remember? It wasn't until the Disney merger that this became a thing.
That's true, yeah.
Because what's-her-face, who was in charge of...
I just mean, like, those ideas were in place.
Yeah, but
already.
I doubt it was a fully fleshed out concept at that point. You pitched the show and they went, nah, we want this to be a theatrical thing. But then, you know, the Marvel stuff's been not... I mean, not that you'd really know, but like Marvel had no real, not organisation. What's the word I'm looking for? Collaboration with Titan. And they don't really have, you know, in the old days we used to have Fox licensing looking after the lore and continuity of the EU stuff. They don't have that with Disney. I don't know if the consultancy job technically exists anymore.
Well, I will say, with the Badlands trailer and having her eyes,
We've got some behind us.
Dia's eyes like roll back just like Andy's.
That's continuity with Andy, yeah.
That kind of like tipped me off, like, oh, maybe there is some continuity with stuff happening now. So things with Earth could have changed from what we saw. Definitely, they could have worked in his ideas to be more cohesive with everything else that's going on.
Didn't we hear though that Fede had actually reached out to Hawley and Hawley wasn't interested?
I think we did hear that, but I mean, still, maybe he wasn't because, I don't know, the studio brass had already kind of forced him to do some things he didn't like or something. I don't know.
But then again, didn't we also know that Hawley was given pretty much don't worry about anybody else?
Yeah, at least from the time we knew about stuff, it was kind of on again, off again if Ridley would be involved, but Ridley didn't have any creative control over the series at all at any point. I mean, I'm sure he had input. I'm sure he met with Hawley and gave his thoughts, but he didn't have any creative pull on anything.
Mikey says Fede reached out to Hawley and didn't get a response. You got that info from him. we got that info from him. So yeah, there you go.
I will say the xenomorph design has grown on me, especially since seeing it in the recent key art. Oh, I'm gonna back up.
It's the fucking teeth that do it. I didn't mind it so much until... Oh, piss off, the behind as well. I didn't mind it so much until that overbite in the recent stuff.
Well, you know me, I like the AVPR aliens, so I don't mind a little overbite.
Yeah, we know your taste is compromised. Back up to the corridor. Are we okay here?
We can push up, I think.
Oh, we got a couple of besters.
Yep, there's our prowler. Just FYI. Prowling.
Give it a second when my thing...
Can't even hit it.
No.
Wow. Oh, badasses.
Hey, who's gonna go in there and get it, man? Not me, man. Bishop should do it.
Chris, can you pop a thing down?
He's done.
Okay, we pissed it off. There we go.
There we go. There we go. It's coordination, boys. That's what it is.
Push forward! Unless you want to deal with infinite spawns.
Dinosaurian says I'd really
What?
love to see the Ridged Warrior design maker return. Yeah, I think at this point it'd be a refreshing change.
Yeah, there's been a lot of smooth domes for a while now. I did think that the Romulus alien was almost kind of a hybrid of the two, because it had like that frontal prominent ridge, which was kind of cool. But it still isn't like ridged alien in the typical sense. More.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, nice. That's good. They're coming. I think we just stay around here. This is not what we used to do.
Yeah, but they don't come to us is the problem.
Well, they are now. I guess not anymore.
No Stardust says, I don't think Disney will flip the bill on what is essentially an Elseworld story, and I don't see them doing multiversal stories with AVP. Not theatrically, I don't, but they've, I mean, they've already shown they're doing it in the comics now. Well, they're open to it in the comics now. Caleb says, I love that Romulus design. Legacy did a great job with it. Yeah, I really like Scorched and his bros and sisters in that.
But it seems like all the major effects studios, or at least a good number of them now, have gotten to do a Xenomorph Warrior. You know, Weta only got to do the face huggers in Romulus, and now they're getting their full adult Xenomorph.
Acid Splash says a Praetorian would be very welcome for them in a live action. Yeah, I'd love to see a live action take on that.
Yeah, they are.
Kind of be curious to see like a female war interpretation of it though, rather than the smaller crested queens of the recent years.
Jeez. I feel like you almost need a sniper for this bit.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Shit.
Gareth says, do you think there was a queen in Romulus, like the Hive in the making? I don't think there was a queen at that point.
Just a bunch of cloned facehuggers, because there weren't any eggs.
Aye. But depending on what route Fede goes, whether it's a molten alien, maybe there could have been a queen eventually. I wonder at this point if we'll ever see a queen
So
again
annoyed.
on something live action.
For real. Fuck it. Ah, stop moving.
Fireteam, spike a console for me. Esther, I want you to lock down all doors to forward and
Venusaurian
after
says, "Oh yeah, we haven't seen an AVP since a queen since AVP." Well, technically AVP are well. I don't think anybody can really claim that Chet was a queen because the brothers didn't really even know what they were doing with her.
She wasn't a queen yet. She was a princess.
That's all bullshit. They had no idea what they were actually doing. Oh, it was because of the predator life cycle. Oh no, maybe she was actually a young queen.
Well, it was the original idea.
We
was
don't
that
know.
Any alien could do that, right? At one point.
At one point, yes. Any alien could do the barfing at one point.
God. Oh.
You had to kind of feel for for Shane and the brothers there. Fox and Tom Rothman didn't have a fucking clue.
Okay. Hope we're ready.
Hang on, I'm healing up. If we've got heals.
I don't. Oh.
Okay, I've done it.
He's done it.
Here they come.
He's only gone and fucking done it.
Gone and done it.
Mikey says, in the lead up to Romulus, I had so many people asking on my videos if there was a queen in the movie. I was implied no, they always thought I was lying.
It is time for the queen to return. For sure.
How even? Oh no, we have. Well, there has been in the EU. I picked up the last issue of Paradiso at the at the weekend. Well, before the weekend.
Oh shit! I got fire grenaded.
Oh.
Thank you.
Right, that's one down.
Remember, less cooldowns.
Yep.
Okay, it's feeling a little better.
Oh, I'm fighting for my life here. Whew. There we go.
Break out a torch. That's the door blue fire team welded.
Nostalgic says, "How's Kane's
Oh,
daughter
thank
doing?"
you.
I can't bring myself to read the 5th issue. To be honest, mate, I've got like I've just got no excitement or enthusiasm for it. I picked it up. I was like, oh, maybe I should do a reread of the series from the start.
I still think Thaw is the best Alien comic under Marvel, and honestly, that's not saying too much.
No, I really like Thor. Don't put it down like that.
I thought it was pretty good. In my opinion, there still hasn't been a great Alien comic under Marvel. There have been great Predator comics. Like, I feel like their Predator track record has been better than with Alien.
How dare you besmirch Black, White, and Blood and Thor like that?
I mean, Black, White, and Blood, again, I'd put that in the pretty good category. I mean, if we're just judging Utopia, okay, sure. If they released that as a paperback, yeah, that was pretty great. But, I don't know. It was just too much of a mixed bag.
No. Black, White, and Blood was thoroughly solid.
Let's get Blue Fireteam that cover.
Stupid RNG.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Guns are dry on the app line. Fill
Oh,
'em up.
shoot me, please.
Gareth says, Kane's what? Yes. Kane's daughter. Oh, shit. Prowler.
And
Oh.
Lurker.
Ah, missed me, bitch!
Nice. Oh, shit.
That's gonna get me! I ran out of stamina.
Prowler again.
And again.
Fuck off.
Jeez.
I'm gonna die in
It
a
is a
sec.
tight
Yeah.
fight in here. I'm gonna get him up. Shit, shit, shit.
Uh,
Oh my god. God damn it.
No Style Dutch says, who saw AVA Big, the best Marvel comic so far?
I still haven't fully read that, but it does seem interesting.
Oh shit. Oh, for fuck's sake. I've read every issue that they've released of it so far. The last issue took a bit of a tonal shift that I wasn't quite welcome, in my opinion. But it was still pretty solid and entertaining. I do, mate. You need to give it a go.
Yeah, I need to read it. I mean, I started reading it on my last trip, and I was like, wow, okay, this is weird and very prequel-y, but also kind of interesting.
I'm afraid, guys, that's all I've got
Lone
time.
Fox says, I really liked the Black, White, and Blood review. Hicks was absolutely devious with what he did to Ridgetop. Can anybody else tell us their worst story? Do you remember that? When you gave us your pick for favourites, and then I went, everybody else, what was your pick for least favourites?
Oh, right, and they picked the one that I liked. That's right. Yeah. You said you got to get going, Chevy?
Yeah, I've got to disappear.
All right, man.
Yeah,
I'm
it
sure
was fun.
I'm sure we'll get it eventually.
Well, we didn't
One
even
day.
fucking try this one. We're
No, we
too busy trying to get through the other difficulty.
Aaron,
Yeah.
you got another half hour left in you? We can keep practicing? Okay.
But perhaps not on...
No, we'll do something else.
Not silly man.
especially since
Catch you
what we were
guys.
practicing for wasn't going to be on super hard difficulty anyway.
Yep.
See you, Chris.
Goodbye, soldier. Okay. How about...
No, no Star Dutch says, I still have to read the latest. I love tonal shifts, so that intrigues me.
we'll do a
Well,
high
you'll have to
one.
let us know what you think once you've read it. It's more a different character from Marvel is introduced, and that's where the tonal shift comes from.
We are now officially on search and rescue.
Which one we're doing?
Blue team made
Just
it
this
through
high one,
Katanga's
because
last
there's a
security since
daily with
once we
take out
reached the
30
Xeno
xenomorph
hive,
eggs.
They dropped out of radio contact.
Okay.
You're
I'll
going
put
in to
Battlefield.
find them.
Oh, pardon me. I'm so tired. You know, after that trip to London and Liverpool,
You know,
I'm just absolutely fucking shattered.
I did it on intense, but I don't want to take any chances with how much we've been buying, so we're going to do it
Okay.
on standard.
Howard.
Just so we can engage with the chat and stuff, you know.
I know.
We are now
All right,
officially
do the
on
Battlefield
search and
challenge.
rescue. Blue team made it through Katanga's last security since But once they reached the Xeno hive, they dropped out of radio
Hunter
contact.
says, and this is why we
You're
keep
going
coming to
in to
AVP
find
Galaxy: diversity in opinions.
Anyone who doesn't know EVA procedure, raise a hand. The rest of you, toss them out the back.
It is good to have a difference of opinions.
Unless those opinions are wrong.
Which is always the case. When it comes to anybody else's opinions. The cat's come to join us.
Look, flares on the deck.
No Stardust says, also I don't recall if anybody's addressed this about the Badlands trailer, but are the Wayland-Yutani mercs probably looking for Thea?
Maybe.
Yeah, it seems like a reasonable guess, as much as any at this point.
But here's the question: are they mercs or
If
are
they are mercs.
synths?
Yeah,
Because at the end of the trailer, we see some synth-looking body parts strewn about. So. Sorry, Superbird648. That's no fun, but appreciate you being here and hope your tummy feels better.
What's the tea he needs to have, Adam? What's the tea you always have when you have a poorly tum-tum?
It's called Stomach Ease by Yogi Teas. I like that one.
Is chamomile supposed to be good for your poorly tummies as well?
I don't know. I thought that was more just a good for relaxing.
No Stardust says maybe there's been an AI uprising.
Come from any direction.
Is Thea an Auton?
So, be
Oh, we do
paranoid.
know there's two
See
Theas.
something? Shoot something.
So,
Or Thea models?
yeah.
Listen.
But to be fair, I mean, we only really know that from the casting calls, don't we? I don't think anything's actually been said about that.
No, I think there was an interview where either the director or Aspel said something like she plays two characters.
I don't remember that one. I struggle to keep track of it all these days.
You think so, Mike? I thought that was just perspective, like they were closer to the camera. Granted, I think you would know if that was the case. Oh,
We just play normal difficulty, aren't we?
yes.
Watch out for eggs. Could be anywhere.
Mike says Dan said in an interview that she plays two roles.
What are the
There
eggs
you go.
at?
Not for a while, are they? There was one. There's one.
Prowler.
Well, we got us a prowler.
Body on the
Somewhere.
deck.
Where is he? Oh, there he is.
Rearming.
I can
Great
hear...
nearby as well.
Roll delay.
Yeah.
Rubber tags.
Going to watch Thunderbolts tomorrow.
I've heard it's good. People have said it's one of the best Marvel movies in recent memory.
I'm hoping that means I'll get to see
The Badlands
the
trailer.
Badlands trailer on the big screen. Because I think that's what it's in the States, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Grabbing ammo.
I still remember seeing
Wisconsin pass.
the AVP trailer for the first time in front of for the first time on the big screen in front of iRobot,
It was
and how cool that
of,
was.
it was Chronicles of Riddick for me.
Don't let it back in the vents.
Nice. Never saw that in the cinema. I got it on one of the special home releases recently.
The new 4K
The recent one they did. Yeah. I've not got around to watching it yet.
I'm very curious about the one that's coming out this year. They finished filming.
Yeah.
I hope it's not even more low budget than the third one.
Yeah, I found Riddick to be quite mediocre. So I don't know, we'll see. I'll go watch it.
I did like the creatures in the third one.
And it had Katie Sackhoff in it, and that'll always be a good thing for any project. I kind of hoped she'd be in an Alien film, you know.
Well, this is certainly easier.
Arcade mode. So, I look at chat for a second and I get a face full of fucking acid. So they're talking about Deck being a younger runt in the chat. What do you think of a runt predator?
I think it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I remember when we were talking to Dan and Mike's Monsters was actually telling me that he listened to our old podcast and picked up on some interesting things that Dan was saying that maybe kind of alluded to this. One of his original ideas for Prey, he said, was there was the team up with Naru and it was a younger Predator. And so this has been something that's been in his mind. And after Prey, which was, you know, a great movie, but I remember one of the main fan sentiments was, oh, can we get a story where the Predator isn't just defeated at the end, where it, like, switches up the formula. So we're finally getting that with this one, with the Predator protagonist. And I think that's great.
It was so obviously a direct result, a direct response to that complaint. Superbird 648 says Katie Sackhoff is a perfect Aliens protagonist. I absolutely agree. I used to wonder if she was attached to Alien Red Harvest, Alien 5. Obviously that was just my speculation, kind of following her when she was teasing new projects and stuff. But no, I think she'd rule in an Alien film. I'm interested in the idea of a runty predator anyway. I genuinely think it's one of the strengths of the Predators is, you know, the individuality of them all.
Yeah. It is interesting, this new focus on young characters we're getting, like with Romulus, with Prey, with Badlands, with Alien Earth, they're actual children. It's we are going for a much younger protagonist group than we've typically had in these films.
Mike's Monster says, in the interview, Hicks said he'd love to see an animated stories featuring the Predator in different time periods. Dan kind of said, huh, interesting. And now next month we have Killer of Killers. Thanks, Hicks.
That was, you can take credit for that, I guess.
Well, I've been going on about that for donkey's years.
Or maybe he already had that idea and you just happened to land on it.
No, I'm taking credit for that. I get credit for the Gibson's adaptations of Alien 3, and I get credit for Killer of Killers.
I need to listen to that podcast again now. Like, I feel like all the discussions we've done with the directors have just gone really well, and I think the first one I was involved with was Nimrod on Tall. And
well, Liam O'Donnell as well.
Right, but I mean like directors of one of the films in these franchises. That was also a really good interview though with Liam for sure. But the one with Nimrod Antal I thought was really good. It was great talking with him.
I think we do a good job on all that. Well, we certainly fucking try, at least, to do a good job. You know, one of the, you know, we've done some interviews lately where we've been compared to other experiences that the guests have had with similar outlets, complimenting us on our questioning and our prep and stuff like that, which has been really really nice and rewarding to hear.
Yeah. Our interview with
We certainly fucking try, don't we, Adam?
yes. Our interview with the Predator Concrete Jungle devs was, again, just like the Alien Isolation one, just like the AVP Extinction one. It was just great. So I'm really looking forward to you all hearing that one, because I thought it was such a treat. It was honestly kind of heartwarming at times.
Oh, I got recognized today. I didn't tell you.
Oh, at the convention?
Yeah. I was queuing up for Richard Chavez's photo, and somebody leaned over and was like, "Excuse me, you Aaron?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, I love the podcast," and we had a little chat in the line, which was nice. Oh, I met Will Robbie as well from We're Gonna Do Tiny Bulletin.
Oh, was that your first time meeting him?
Yeah. And one of the other guys, Ian. And another chap from Facebook I recognised while I was there. Didn't really get a chance to speak to him, but it's been so long since I've been to conventions. It was nice to actually see people in the flesh. Richard's agent gave me a bunch of stuff for us to give away when we get the interview sorted with him.
Keep bleeding these bonecos while they burn a hole at the bottom of the hull? Unlikely.
And I also really liked the discussion we had with Paul Reiser and his son and Brian Weiss, right?
Yeah. Well, I need to get all of them back on separately. Like Brian did the Toys That Made Us short series, and he did the episode on Alien. And obviously, you know, I don't need to tell you why we need to get Paul Reiser back on his own.
And that comes out tomorrow, right?
Yes, I still need to finish the Out, because I didn't get around to finishing the Out, but my plan is to put it up tomorrow.
But, oh, shit.
But no, that was a really good one as well.
Yeah, that was a fun discussion.
Paul Reiser was so fun.
Yeah.
Drone creeping on you.
Very kind of Harrison Ford attitude of like, you guys are the ones that care about this, not me.
Yeah. But it wasn't. That's not to say he didn't have interesting things to say.
It wasn't standoffish or anything, but it's funny though because his son was actually genuinely
an absolute nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Superbird says there's a lot of younger generation who love AVP, so I wonder if they'll do better box office wise if we get one. But assume that's talking about new AVP. Sorry, some of the chats skipped by.
I think
there's so many good interviews.
I mean, you have to. When the first two AVPs came out, you hadn't had this kind of age of crossovers we've had now, for better and for worse. But you look at movies
with Marvel Cinematic actually taking over the cinematic world rather than the comic world.
But I mean, you look at the success of movies like the MonsterVerse films, right? And I think that definitely must have been noticed when the thoughts started flying of bringing AVP back. I still think one of the best crossovers ever made is Freddy vs. Jason, honestly. I saw that for the first time a few years ago and was surprised just how good it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Only a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I went and watched that before AVP. I was like, oh, my young teenage logic being, oh, it's a crossover. I should watch this as a benchmark setter for when AVP comes out.
I mean, didn't that come out before?
Before AVP did, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 2003, something like that.
Players go across the catwalks. Keep on them.
Oh,
I watched that without much real knowledge of either franchise.
Get those bastards for this.
Mikey says, how have you only recently seen Freddy vs. Jason?
Well, semi-recently. It was 2021, I think. So
Yeah,
4 years.
recently means any time within the last 5-6 years. In this day and age. I rubber banded a bit there.
Man, I'm almost about fully out of ammo. I think there's one up here, though.
Yeah, there should be one at the end. Yeah, before we trigger this bit. Isn't this the last bit of this mission?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, shit. The face hugger.
Ah, a prowler.
Whew.
Yeah, chat's pointing out Freddy vs. Jason had an equally long development hell as AVP did. But some of the same writers also involved. Peter Briggs took a pass at it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Although I don't think Peter was very massively interested in it.
Access. Stand by.
I think even some of the Star Trek guys did, as well. Ronald Moore and the Bragas. I think they did a pass on Freddy vs. Jason. But it's not really my jam, to be honest. The cheesy horror stuff.
It can be fun.
Although
right
New
ones.
Nightmares, I caught New Nightmare, the first one, and I was like, this is actually pretty interesting. Yeah, it was quite meta, and what I think I caught like the last half of it. It must have been. Oh, well, Adam, Mikey says you've never seen John Wick.
I've never seen any of them, yeah. Those are
Fuck
ones I need to watch.
those are some of my favourite films these days.
Big one coming in.
I absolutely love those films. Mikey says New Nightmare is awesome, an awesome one. It's a proto Scream. New Nightmare came before Scream. I thought Scream was relatively old. Caleb says, yeah, John Wick is required viewing. Superbird says, really what you want to see in theatres. Oh wait, no, I feel like I missed a bunch of the conversation there. Everybody's calling you unholy in the chat for not having seen John Wick.
I'll get around to it. They look cool.
I have one of the replica pistols for my airsoft stuff. His Combat Master's in that.
I gotta say, some of my favorite action movies in the last, say, 15 years. Dread, which is a shame that never got a sequel.
the urban one. Aren't they doing a TV show within it? No.
That's been in talks for a while, but I think it's like Carl Urban is Dread, but it's not following the movie or something. That's what I heard, but I don't know.
Well, I suppose you could probably get away with it not needing to follow the movies, can't you? Because there's so much red that they can adapt.
I would say Hardcore Henry. I've always wanted like an FPS movie, and that gave me that.
I
fulfillment.
really enjoyed that. Yeah.
Analysis
I've not watched that for a long time though. I got that downstairs.
Mad Max Fury Road was definitely one of the best action movies in the last 15 years, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever see Furiosa? I can't remember.
I did. I liked it. It
was
wasn't.
fine.
It was no Mad Max Fury Road, but they still did some cool world building. It didn't have that breakneck pace of Fury Road. It was a very different movie. I still appreciated it for what it was, but it was no Fury Road.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I thought she was good in it. Anna
Taylor-Joy.
What's her face?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the budget hardcore Henry kind of thing? Upgrade, the one with what's his face in it? Logan Marshall Green.
From Prometheus. No, I've heard that's good
Yeah.
too. I've heard.
Yeah, that was
was really
enjoyable.
good. Thank you for joining us, Mike. Hope you have some nice errand running.
There's no such thing.
Sometimes there is. When you get to go to Whole Foods.
You're such white bread, aren't you? Caleb says, "Oh yeah, upgrade is great."
Ambush.
And Sizzy says, "Agreed, super fun movie."
Oh, 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 oh.
I got you. I got you. Nostalgic says, "Have any of you all seen the Korean movie I Saw the Devil? It's like John Wick meets a serial killer. Highly recommended." I've not heard of that one.
Watch your ass.
I saw. Sorry. Oh shit. I need to write that down, but I'm getting attacked.
Close. Blue team, sing out.
Where have you run off to? Are you in front? Okay, there you are. Alright, 1 second. One second. I need to write this down. I saw the devil. Okay.
Wrong way, man.
Right. Did you ever see? Oh, is it? Oh yeah. Sorry. Speaking of Dread, then, did you ever see Raid?
No.
That's another good one for you to watch because it's a very similar premise of it being a single sort of apartment complex, but it's also very stylish action. Oh, balls on me. I'm down.
Hang on, Molina, we're coming.
Did you ever see the weird space prison one with Guy Pearce? Lockout?
Yes.
It was decent.
I have no memory of it. So I can't imagine it made much of an impression on me.
It wasn't great. It was decent. Solid enough action movie.
Fireteam.
There's too many things to watch these days.
I guess Top Gun
Just-
Maverick, that counts as an action movie. That was, again, one of the best ones, I'd say.
I finally finished watching Evangelion. I need to watch the film, but I finally finished watching that recently. Finished watching Young Sheldon as well, which I actually really enjoyed. Big Bang I got quite fed up of, but Young Sheldon I really enjoyed.
Private Brzezinski. Dios te guarde. Molina's close. Get her home.
Where do we go? Oh, over this way.
I'm dry. I'm dry on the not smart gun, the heavy pulse rifle.
Yeah, we need more ammo.
I have a return.
There should be some in here.
Maverick was great, says Scotty.
Yes,
I've only seen Top Gun like 2 or 3 times in my life.
That's just one of the best action movies of all time. The original Top Gun.
I was never really into aviation stuff. I've seen it a couple of times and I've enjoyed it, but you know, it's just not the one that I'm like. I love this.
Lance Corporal Molina.
Okay, go.
Oops.
Time to bring the pain.
We were so close. One fucking hallway. From above.
Yep, we let her down. We let her down. Man, I had so much fun with this game.
Superbird 648. You're speaking my language. Ace Combat series is actually like one of my favorite game series, and I'm eagerly awaiting 8 because it has been rumored to be in development for a while now. It is just so cool how it mixes like real jet fighters with sci-fi anime shit. Like, I love it.
Did they do it like an arcade cabinet version of that game?
Not Ace Combat. I mean, the famous jet fighting arcade was Afterburner, I think.
Where you were in like a cockpit or something in the arcade?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
No Style Dutch says, anyone seen Sinners? Loved it personally. I'd like to see Ryan Coogler tackle Alien and Predator. One of his favorite movies is The Thing. I heard good things about Sinners from Mike's Monsters, who just left, and I've been wanting to check it out. People have been telling me the less I know about it, the better. And I haven't watched any trailers or anything, so I might go see that next week.
Yeah, I think that needs adding onto my list as well. You know what I keep seeing seeing trailers for at the minute? I don't know if you ever watched this. Nope.
Nope. The like Western alien one?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that movie. It was pretty good. I still prefer like Get Out as far as Jordan Peele goes.
I really fucking loved that film, and I appreciated it more and more as I read more about some of like the design choices and some of the behind the scenes mentality of it, and I was like, this just makes the film 1,000 times better.
Fireteam, we got updated orders. With blue team down, we're taking over point on this op.
Sorry, I was distracted there. What makes the film better?
Some of the behind the scenes sort of production choices and things like the design of jean jacket and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they as far as like this will sound weird, but like the treatment of horses in the film is almost better than any other film. Like, I watched this YouTube video with a professional horse trainer, and they were talking about like how a lot of movies get that wrong, but this one was like the best it's ever been.
Oh, I got a smooth bore. Alright, I think that's going to be it for me, buddy. I'm absolutely shattered after this weekend.
Yeah, get some rest. Thanks for joining us.
Holiday.
What? Bank holiday?
I'm off tomorrow. Yeah, I'm off tomorrow, so it's bank holiday Monday.
Thank you again for joining us, everyone. Sorry we died so much, but appreciate you hanging in there with us.
We do have a special stream guest towards the end of the month. I think we're okay to say it now, aren't we?
Yeah, probably. It'll be for this game.
Yeah, so Trevor Newlin is joining us, who was the alien suit performer in Romulus. He's going to be joining us for a stream at the end of the month. He'll be playing Fireteam Elite with us. We need to get a graphic knocked up to go and promote that on the socials with, but that should be fun.
Indeed.
And like Adam said, the What If Burke interview should be going up tomorrow, all being well. I've got a few last minute bits on it to finish, but that's near enough ready to go. So keep an eye out for that one. What else have we got? So I shared some, in case you missed it, yesterday and today about some of the stuff we put out recently. You know, Adam's piece on the Hollywood horror maze in Japan and the Alien Cult preview chapter that we've got. So if you've not seen those, go check that out. Adam should be doing a video on the Horror Nights thing as well at some point soon.
Yes, it is in progress. Gonna work on that more today. Hopefully have it ready early next week.
Awesome. Anything else? I can't think of anything else.
No, it's about to be busy time for us, I think. I mean, next month we have a Predator movie dropping, believe it or not. And we'll have that Alien Earth event thing coming up in 2 weeks, and I'll be there. Probably won't be as extensive of coverage as the Texas one, but I'll still...
Much different, surely.
Yeah,
I mean, if it's
pictures
significantly different, you should do something on it. But if it's not significantly different, then
I don't think it will be.
So
yeah.
good.
I mean, I still might do
I
a
don't
post
think it will
on
be.
it, but it won't be like a big editorial or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you again, folks. You can find us on our website, avpgalaxy.net, all the major social channels. Thank you, as usual, to our Patreon supporters. We are finally recording our next episode of Genetic Memory soon.
It's next week, isn't it?
Yep. It'll be
Friday?
Event Horizon.
Indeed.
So that should be fun, because I like that movie.
Me too.
Alrighty,
As Paul
everybody.
Anderson as he should have been before AVP.
Y'all have a good rest of your Sundays.
Indeed.
Later.
Bye, everybody.